On Big 12 today, Dusty Dvorak, Ari Tebkin. We're visiting now with tailback for the Texas Longhorns football team, Bijan Robinson, joining us. How are you doing, Bijan?
I'm doing good, doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing well. Is it great to be back to football?
It is. I mean, going through spring, it's been fun, just with new coaches getting back, getting right. And I just can't wait till, Saturday for the spring game.
So, we work on Big 12 radio with Fozzie Whitaker, who former Texas running back. And so he says Bijan's great talker, great personality, just this total star. So we're expecting nothing but that from you during this interview. All right.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so new era down there in Austin, Bijan, Steve Sarkisian, all gas, no brakes. Tell me about Coach Sarkisian and the culture and overall vibe he's putting out now as a new head coach there in Austin.
Well, with Coach Sarkisian, he's bringing in a whole, different system of offense. Actually, the whole team, just the vibe has been, a lot different. We enjoy being here, getting to, meet the new coaches and just seeing how he, operates as a personality. And, it's been great ever since, he's got here. And just the vibe of the team, how we walk around, how we do things, from last year. Last year we were, sometimes we got down, sometimes we got, back up sometimes. But this time it's just, all of us, coming together and just having fun out there and not really thinking about nothing except, trying to be the best that we can. So he's just bringing in that energy and how we're getting used to it. It's a blessing to see.
What is different? You mentioned a new vibe. So what's new and what's different about it?
Just how the team goes about their things. We play, a lot faster now. It's not really a thinking, deal, or it's just like, sometimes coming to practice, a little lackadaisical sometimes. We're always up for energy because they always bring that energy, as coaches. And it's not like negative energy. It's like energy that we want to, play for these coaches. And, how Coach Sarkisian says, all gas, no brakes. It's literally all gas, no brakes because, we're just always going, not really having the chance to, stop and think about things. So that's what makes practice so much better, and to keep us, where we're at right now is a good look for the fall.
John, that's the mindset, the mentality. Talk to me about what this offense looks like, and especially particularly for you. How is your role different in this new Steve Sarkisian offense?
Well, this offense, of course, it's attacking. We don't hold nothing back. We don't, if we see something that we like, we're going to take it right away. And we have, a lot of different personalities, a lot of different schemes, and a lot of great players on this offense to open new things and open up, so many spaces in the field that, it's hard for a defense to capitalize on everything from the pass game to the running game. And, for my role, it's just, doing everything I can, from the passing to the running game and just see different matchups, different opportunities, whether it's handing the ball off or getting the ball off, in space. So I feel it's, a lot faster, a lot better as an offense. And we just see a lot of different new open holes that we can attack a lot more.
Did you feel like you got enough touches last year?
I know that was a big problem, but I was just, I was still a freshman, just trying to get my way. And I feel they developed me, as they did, and they developed me right. And Coach Drayton had a plan. But however many touches I get, it doesn't really matter to me. It's just how you execute it and how you go about it.
You don't have to say it, Bijan. I'll say it. They didn't give you the ball enough. They need to give you the football. You are an absolute dude. And I'm sure Coach Sarkisian is going to do that. Transfer is a big deal right now. So talk to me about last year because Coach Herman left. You're from Arizona. You're there in Austin, Texas.
Yep.
What gave you the confidence to stay put and say, you know what? I want to continue to play at Texas, and I want to play for Steve Sarkisian. Was that a conversation you had with him? Did you think about transferring ultimately with the change at head coaching and the entire staff? What made you want to stay and continue your career there at Texas?
Well, for me, I'm high on my faith. I'm a big part of, believing in what God has for me. And, I feel being here at Texas is what God has for me. So, I just had to stay put and just know everything will work out. And I always call last year the build up year for this year, for this season, and it's really looking like that. So, for me, it's just just trusting in what God has for me, and I know that staying put here will work out. And even with Coach Drayton being here, me and him talk a lot, and we just know that that's God's plan for our life, just to stay put because I feel there's great things that happen here.
You're there every day in practice, watching this quarterback competition play out. What does Casey Thompson bring to the table? What does Hudson Carr bring to the table? Kind of give me an idea of what are the differences between these two guys.
I mean, the difference is there's not much because, they're both, very athletic, very smart football players that can, get the ball up to you, wherever on the field, whenever they need to, get the ball off. But, I feel that, Casey, of course, is like a little older, he has a little bit more experience, but, Hudson, his learning is been going well. And he's been getting the offense down, everything that he needs to read. It's like he's been here before. So I feel both quarterbacks are really adjusting, very well to this offense. And, they got a great feel of, how Coach Sarkisian goes about things and, what they got to do to be successful.
Bijan, give us a player or two or however many you want that this spring you really feel like, man, those guys have really improved. They've started to take their game to the next level, offense or defense, Bijan.
Well, for offense, we got Jordan Whittington, Josh Moore, a lot of the receivers that's been going, doing well. And then for the defensive side, they got David Benda, Ray Thornton, the transfer from LSU. He's been a powerhouse, ever since day one of spring ball. Jaron Thompson, BJ Foster, just a lot of those guys that are coming in and stepping up. They look very physical, very fast. Jalen Ford. We just have a lot of great players. Dudes on the O-line, got Andre coming back, Jake coming back, just with the powerhouse and with the mindset to be the best. So I feel those guys are, really coming along and starting to figure it out for this team.
When Alabama was playing the national championship game, you were tweeting about, the offense and how excited you were for Sark to come in.
Yeah.
Now, what was your, experience like with Sark when you first talked to him? What did he say to you? And are you seeing some of the things you saw about Alabama's offense now being instituted here in Texas?
Yeah, most definitely. Coach Sarkisian recruited me. So I talked to him a lot before coming to Texas. But, as I saw their offense throughout the season and how we look, it's not really a difference. It's starting to look a lot similar, especially late into spring ball. When we're really starting to get it and how the offense is starting to flow, very smoothly. And, just how, it was last year or the year before, it's starting to look the exact same how it is right now. But I think we have a lot of athletes on this offense that are just, still trying to learn the offense and like his schemes and what he's trying to do. So when we really get it, it'll be an attacking deal.
There was a clip that I saw surfacing on social media. Somebody posted as like an outside zone. You cut it back and you took it about 70 to the house. How much do you like that outside zone scheme where the creases open up, you can utilize your vision and then just, really put a defense in compromising situations?
Well, I like that play a lot. Those couple plays that we have, just because, the defense flows very fast and, sometimes they don't see where the ball's going or they don't read pullers all the time. So just attacking where the weaknesses are, in outside zone, inside zone, counter. It's just fun to run those kind of plays because, it puts the defenses in confusing situations and it can get hard to stop.
Yeah, Bijan, Dusty was a really good run-stuffing defensive tackle at Oklahoma and then in the National Football League. So, Dusty, I'm curious, when you watch Bijan, what do you like? What impresses you the most as a guy that played a position trying to stop a guy like Bijan?
Vision, burst, physicality. I called the game you guys played against Baylor last year. I don't think they only put you in a few times, but every time you touched the football, you made plays. So that's what I see. And I see a guy who, as he got more touches at the end of the year already, we started to see, wow, this kid's got a chance to be special. And it makes me wonder, as you did a self-evaluation of yourself, Bijan, what are you working on this spring? What have you really looked at in the winter and the spring and said, you know what, I can be better at this and take my game to that next level?
Just, understanding third level defenses, reading third level, safeties, because, Coach Drayton is big on first and second level reads and getting the read before the play even starts. So, he's taught us a lot about, executing the play before the play even happens. So like envisioning yourself to score already before it even happens, but getting those third level reads and, making situations, compromises for the defenses. And I've just been working on, little things, keeping the ball in the outside hand, just utilizing my, different skill sets, different moves. I just work on a lot of that stuff in the secondary, when I break out. But that's what I've been working on the most. And just learning, different blocking protections, just always trying to get better at my game and just always trying to, execute at a high level.
How do you feel about Oklahoma?
Hey, I'll be ready to play them when we play them. I know that. I'll be ready to play them.
But do you watch?
Go ahead.
Do you watch other running backs around college football? Do you watch other running backs in the NFL? Who are guys you're influenced by?
Well, I watched a lot of older running backs. So like LaDainian Tomlinson, Saquon Barkley when he was here, Reggie Bush when he was at USC, Adrian Peterson when he was at Oklahoma. I watch, those type of guys and to pick out their skill sets. But now it's more of like Alvin Kamara, who else?
Pass catchers.
Dudes that can break into open space. Delvin Cook. I mean, just a lot of those kind of guys that can create contact and break off of contact and just get those, yards after contact type of guys.
Last one for me, Bijan. Those are all great guys to be watching and try to emulate. But I think obviously you're going to have your own style, right? You take a little bit from them, but you make it your own. I want to ask you my last one about just the team. What goals do you guys have? Like as we sit here and Coach Sark address you guys and you go out to every day and you talk about him motivating you and bringing that energy, what's the goal right now? What does he talk about when you look forward in the next season? What are you guys trying to achieve in year number one of the Steve Sarkisian era?
Well, he just tells us every day, just every day needs to be 100%, attack every day, like it's a national championship game. And, we can't worry about the future. We can't worry about, that'll take care of itself if we just take care of the now and take care of what we got to, work on going on, moving forward. Because if we start looking at the future, then we start getting a little extra days to go and practice and, we start doing different things that we don't need to be doing. So we just take every day, as the day that we got to get better and as a championship day, because when we start taking days like that, then that's when our team will start looking at its best and at its peak.
In the Big 12, we know how good he is, but America's about to find out how good he is. Maybe the best running back in America, Bijan Robinson, the Texas Longhorns. Thank you for your time, man. Good luck the rest of spring, and we'll talk to you again in the fall, hopefully.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.